Could we please play the audio of Kamala Harris yesterday on what she thinks the government needs to do right away?
And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching this who has been affected.
$750. We just sent how many billions? How many billions have gone overseas? How many billions? How many hundreds of millions have we sent over to Ukraine? We are paying for some of their small businesses to stay open. Did you know that? We are paying for their social security in Ukraine, and you get $750? This is your frickin' money. We also have those migrants. Remember, the migrants got $2,500. They got a free cell phone. What else they get? Oh, they got food and water and housing and stuff. So that's good. And I don't mean to just limit it to water. I'm sure they had Pepsi or whatever beverage they would like. They got all of that. But Uncle Sam, man, it's nice to have a rich uncle, huh? Because he opened his wallet and he dug deep. He's going 750 big ones. Boom. Can be yours. All you have to have is just no house, no job, no roads, no schools for your kids. Boom, we're there with 750. Of course, you don't have any cell service either, but we're all out of phones. The cupboard is bare. If I hear FEMA say one more time that they are out of money for this hurricane season, Stu, can you look up how many big hurricanes that have caused massive disasters have happened this year? We're at the end of hurricane season, and they say they're out of money. First of all, you're the United States government. You're never out of money. You just print more. You're doing that all over the planet. You are taking our money and you're shipping it overseas to God only knows who, to do God only knows what. And when we, the people who are paying for all of this, when we need help, $750. $750. Whoa, slow down, Uncle Sam. I mean, I think that's a little too much. Don't you? So the guy who has his finger on the nuclear button, who apparently has signed off on new nuclear protocols for war in case we go to war, here he is at his finest, asked about the storm relief. Listen to this.
What do the states of the storm zone need, Mr. President?
Okay.
What are the states of the storm zone? What do they need after what you saw today?
Oh, in the storm zone?
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering what storm you're talking about. They're getting everything they need. And they're very happy across the board.
There's a lot there. The fact that I guess he could claim he's not hearing him, and that's what's going on. He seems to just be like in this state of like, where am I?
Dementia.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I guess maybe, you can obviously tell there's an engine of, running a helicopter, so it's pretty loud. Maybe he just didn't hear him. But maybe the most disturbing part about that is what he says after he actually does understand it's about the storm and understands.
I was wondering what storm.
I wasn't even going to go there because you're right. That's another part of this.
Yeah.
The part that maybe bothered me the most is they're getting all that they need, and they're all happy across the board.
Yeah. There's four things that are just really scary and offensive in that 19 seconds.
Yeah.
Good morning, Todd. Yeah, everyone should be waking up this morning outraged by that comment. This is not something that has just happened recently, and Florida's been warning about this since this administration took over. Mayorkas has come in like a virus and infected these what need to be healthy, strong, fundamental programs to ensure the stability and safety of Americans in times of disaster. So you heard they have taken the FEMA Emergency Food and Shelter Program and over time siphoned off hundreds of millions of dollars into basically making it an illegal immigrant resettlement program. And so when you see these states and cities around the nation declaring emergencies, even blue states, because of what this administration has done, encouraging more and more and more, developing programs to encourage more and more and more people to come here, the government, Biden and Harris, are having to fund that on the backs of the American people. And now, right now, in Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, all of these states are hurting because of this truly natural disaster, not a Biden-Harris-made disaster. They're saying we need more money. And of course they need more money because they've been laundering it from the true intended purpose of this fund that Congress set forth. Laws be damned.
There's two things going on here. We just touched upon the main thing, this horrific prioritization of migrants over American taxpayers. But there's also something else here. What does this say about the Biden-Harris administration's ability to just lead? If they underfunded FEMA this much, and we are not even close to being in the heart of hurricane season, which in reality is August, September, October, and November, A.G. Moody.
Look, this is what President Trump did so well while in office. He could get to a 30,000-foot level, look at the health of American agencies and programs, determine what the problems were, and enlist resources, talented individuals, and a strategy to put Americans and the safety and strength of this nation first. I've seen it work here in Florida with Governor DeSantis. We decide where our problems are, we set forth to fix them, and we make sure not only money, but the strategy and talented personnel are in place to fix them. So, for example, when you have a disaster like this, and you know when there's no electricity, instability, when there's people needing just the basics of life because of a disaster. I was with officers the other night, and we surged our resources in vulnerable areas to looting. We made sure officers knew what to look for when it was in complete darkness. Right. They knew what to charge. We make sure our state attorneys know to hold these people so they don't get back out and start ravaging these communities again. It takes proactive efforts, and you just do not see this out of this administration. And here, and the roosters of coming home to roost, look at what's happening right now.
The Florida model
when
really,
we're in the middle of a disaster with this administration at the helm.
You're right. The Florida model really does need to be a 50-state solution. Just want to mention this. You all launched an anti-looting team in response to Hurricane Helene, coming as 8 migrant workers are arrested in Tennessee, accused of stealing from flooded buildings. You guys do it right down there. I would just add, only a depraved person steals from someone in their time of need. A.G. Ashley Moody, thank you for your time. Thanks for doing what you're doing down there.